A malt house is the important link between agriculture and beer. You can't make beer directly from barley the way you can make wine directly from grapes. It has to be malted. And malting is quite simply a germination process. The brewer takes that malt, cracks it open, and puts it in his mash tun, adds the water, and that's what is fermented to make beer. So when I was having these thoughts around growing grain, craft beer industry in Nova Scotia was exploding. So it was a natural. But at that point, the government had abandoned its funding of small farms because they weren't that successful. And I knew I'd have no option of going to the bank. So I approached Linda and FarmWorks and saying, hey, Linda, remember me? Two things happened at that point. A, she gave me the money, and B, in the middle of all this doom and gloom around small farming and where the future lay, somebody gave me money. And I go, wow, that was good for the soul, to have somebody to believe in you enough to loan you some money so that you can do what you want to do. And then as the malt house was started and evolved, there's been times we've had to go back to Linda and say, hey Linda, remember us? We need a little money here and there to get us through this particular situation, and she's always been there for us. Growth at Horton Ridge didn't come from where I'd expect it to come from. Any growth I would have pictured at that point would have been just malting more malt. But we started making beer, because that's what you do with malt, so that was a logical step. So we started making beer, and then people started showing up and they said, wow, this is a nice place you have here, and we like to be here. So we came more into event planning, hosting musical events, just the opposite to where I thought I was going to be. FarmWorks has served an important role in filling the gaps in the financing of small farms in Nova Scotia.
FarmWorks, investors supporting farmers and local food.